Hey, it's Steve with Marti Gould Cummings at the 4th Annual Women's Awards.
Hello, Steve. How are you?
I am wonderful. How are you?
I'm so excited to be at Stonewall, where the whole gay revolution kicked off. It's a really good feeling.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think this is cool. I mean, this is where, what was it, like a drag queen threw a brick, and that started the whole, like, gay movement, and we're here celebrating women who have helped lead that movement forward. It's really cool.
Why don't you tell us about Broadway Speaks Out?
Broadway Speaks Out was started a year ago. My partner Anthony and I formed it as a way of speaking out for equality through our friends who are on Broadway. And so our motto is the voices of Broadway and entertainment speaking out for equality, and that's exactly what we do. We sponsor events like this and get the word out there.
So let me ask you a question. How do you feel about the recent gay legislation that wasn't passed? What's the next step for...
Which one? There's been so many that haven't passed. I hate it all. I don't understand how the majority can vote against the minority. That it will never pass. And like when the African American civil rights movement was happening, the majority didn't vote against the minority. And I say to our president, guess what, Mr. Obama, I voted for you, and your parents weren't allowed to get married when you were born, so why deny other people the rights to get married? Stand up and grab your balls.
Grab your balls.
Oh, is that appropriate? I'm sorry.
It's quite all right.
I didn't mean it so crude. I didn't mean it so crude. But that's how I feel.
Marti Gould Cummings, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you.
With Yetta Kurland, founder of the Women's Awards, and tell us about what's going on tonight.
Sure. Well, I'm also vice president of the Stonewall Democratic Club of New York City, which is putting on the awards. And a few years back, I decided that I would start an annual awards to celebrate women and women's issues and to make sure that they were on the forefront of the LGBT community and the greater New York community.
Why don't you tell us what the next step is for you guys after the gay marriage legislation wasn't passed? I know it was a downer for everybody, but what steps are you guys going to take to take it to the next level, if you will?
Yeah, it was an unfortunate decision in New York State in the Senate recently, but you know, one of our honorees tonight is Cathy Marino-Thomas, who is the president of Marriage Equality New York, and we're very excited to announce that Marriage Equality New York is going to be founding a PAC, which will move forward. You know, the vote was unfortunate. We ultimately lost, but we also learned who our friends were and who our friends weren't. And so I think the work now is to cut out those areas and to kind of address it on a more local level to help get into office people who do understand the importance of marriage as a civil rights, and to hopefully move forward that way.
So I have to ask you a personal question.
Uh-oh.
What's a guilty pleasure of yours at this moment in time?
Too much coffee.
Too much? You and me both.
I like bone-dry cappuccino with soy milk.
See, I'm old school. I like lots of cream, lots of sugar, straight coffee.
That's respectable. I understand that.
I mean, I keep it simple.
Well, that's what's beautiful about this community. We're the strength in our diversity, so thank you.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hey, it's Steve. I'm here with Cathy Marino-Thomas, board president for Marriage Equality in New York. And why don't you tell us what you guys do?
We advocate for equal marriage rights for all families in the state of New York.
What brings you out tonight?
I am one of the Stonewall Democrats Women's Award honorees, I'm happy to say.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So I have to ask you a personal question. What's your favorite guilty pleasure at this moment in time?
Having my wife say, I do, I do, I do.
That's nothing guilty about that. There's nothing guilty about that. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right, Cathy Marino-Thomas. I'm here with Assemblyman Danny O'Donnell. Why don't you tell us what brings you out tonight?
Well, you know, the Stonewall Club's been a great historic club in our city. This is an event celebrate the role of the women in our community. I'm happy to be here to honor people like Janet Weinberg and Cathy Marino-Thomas.
Recently, the gay marriage bill didn't get passed. I wanted to know what your steps would be in the future to try to change that.
Well, you know, in my house in the Assembly, we passed that bill 3 times. Once most recently at 1 o'clock in the morning, and so we stand ready and able to pass it. The governor wants to sign it. If we want action, we have to change the state Senate because they apparently don't seem to want to do any work.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Assemblyman.
you.